Good day, legends. TJC Sports here. Welcome back to another legendary NRL live stream reaction here. Nearly knocked myself out. My headphone cord connected to my laptop there. Bang. That wouldn't have been nice. Would it have been? Hope you're all having an amazing night so far here. Of course, only one game as it is Origin impacted, just like last night, legends. We don't get that fun double header we typically get on a Friday night, but it's fine because we've got the Dolphins versus the Roosters. And honestly, if there's one game for a night, can't go much better than this one here between these two sides. Of course, in the 6 times they've met, the Dolphins only managing to get the win once. To be fair, though, in their defense, there's not too many games to go off of with it here, and the Roosters have been very successful in that time. Not too long till kickoff. Kickoff is due to kick off in about 7 minutes here on the channel. Hello to everybody in the chat here. A couple of you saying, Shane J. Hayes says the ref 20 plus, mate. Oh, people, you got to stop tipping the ref, all right? Actually tip a team, legends. Rugby fella, hello, viewers. Dolphins 13 plus, sorry. Jason first try score a heavy Farnworth. Honestly, I could easily see Farnworth getting over tonight, but not necessarily just because of Farnworth's ability. I'll get onto that once we read the lineups here, which we're going to do right now here. For the Dolphins, we have Trey Fuller, as we love to call him on the channel, Try Fuller, for how many tries he scores. Lines up at fullback, replacing Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, who for Queensland in Game 2 is chasing. If he scores a double, might be a double, maybe a hat-trick. I'm not going to actually confirm either because my memory is kind of foggy on it, but is so close to being the all-time Queensland try scorer legend, Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow. But today it's about Trey Fuller there in the fullback position, with Jermaine Asako and Tavita Nafoa on the wings. Herbie Farnworth, Speaker the Devil, and Jack Bostock in the centres. In the halves, we have Cody Nikorima, one of the NRL's most experienced journeymen, with Isaiah Katoa in the halves captaining the side. Both halfbacks tonight actually captaining legends. A bit surprised by that. Not too often you see that. Usually, the only other game where I see that frequently is probably the Battle of the West because of Cleary and Moses. But in general, you don't have a halfback captain versus a halfback captain, especially not when one's so young. Isaiah Katoa, legend, was so close to making his Blues debut in Game 2 in this series. Unfortunately, wasn't meant to be, though. Mitchell found his fitness, and now he lines up tonight. In the forward pack, in the props, we have Felice Kafusi and Francis Molo, with Jeremy Marshall-King at hooker. Corneli Lemuele and Oren Keeley in the second row, with Morgan Knowles at lock. One of my personal favourites, Knowlesy. He got his first try in our last Dolphins stream. In the bench, we have Bradley Schneider, Kurt Donahue, Tom Gilbert, Ray Stone, Sebastian Sewer, and Brian Pannier. Hope to see them all lining up in some way tonight, legends. Particularly Ray Stone, a cult hero with the Parramatta Eels. As for the Roosters, Cody Ramsey, a cult favourite among many rugby league fans, lines up at fullback with Tommy Talau and Rex Bassingwaith on the wings here. Reece Foley and Billy Smith in the centres. Don't worry if you don't recognise some of these names. We've got a couple debutantes to get into here. In the halves, we have Hugo Savala and Daly Cherry Evans, Cherry captaining, of course. Naful White and Spencer Laniu in the props. Connor Watson at hooker. I believe this is actually DC's first game at halfback for the Roosters. He's been generally put as the 5'8" for them ever since joining, with Sam Walker, who's named for Queensland, usually opting for that halfback role. In the second row, we have Angus Crichton, Siwa Wong, with Celeste Spaghetti at lock. Egan Butcher, Benolio, Taylor Lasalu, and Nat Butcher on the bench. Junior Tupou and Toby Rodwell round out the rest of the interchanges, the emergency players. Hello to everybody. We got some new jumpers into the chat too now. Jason Reader, Rooster got another long name, Bassingwaite. They do, rugby fella, and we'll be getting into Bassingwaite soon. Some very, very interesting career points for him, and he hasn't even started his rugby league career till this game kicks off, legend. Jason Reader says, evening, legends, up the Roosters. Roosters 1-12. We love a good prediction, legends. Feel free to drop yours, just like Jason here. Sydney Roosters 1-12. Honestly, I think the Roosters will be doing really good to win this based on a defensive front for me, because one thing we have learned from the past is however good they are in the cup, it does not always translate well to first grade legends. And look, maybe they are the future of the Roosters, but I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Dolphins try to take advantage of that left edge defense of the Roosters with Reece Foley and Rex Bassingwaite, considering their inexperience in the first grade level. It's a different ball game. I wouldn't be shocked if an error came across there. I mean, yes, you can look at what happened with Robert Toya the moment he came in, but I feel like that is a unique thing. Not many players. I mean, the fact that Robert Toya hadn't even played 10 games and was playing for Queensland, like, it's a unique scenario, Legends. It doesn't impact every single. It doesn't work that way for everyone that comes from the Cup here. I think there's going to be some learning difficulties for them in this game potentially, but I've also not religiously followed them, so I'm keen to see if maybe they're both just like Toya, and we're going to see a perfectly fine defense with no inexperience to bite them here, Legends. Sorry if I yapped on a little bit there. Mel's my favorite Warriors legend. How you doing? She says, keep an eye out tomorrow for these 4 players debuting in the from Cup to Fatuasa and Lynette. I can't wait, Mel's. I can't wait, and I'll be pretty. I can't wait, and I'm going to try and pronounce them all correct. I won't be streaming it, but I'll still try to pronounce them all correct when I'm cheering. Go the Wires tomorrow, Mel's, our favorite Warriors fan. Up the Fins, it says Mel's. Make sure to drop a vote on the poll if you haven't yet, Legends. Tyler, I will see you at the game tomorrow night. Go Para. Of course you will, Liam. In the same seat as always. I can't wait to see you there, bro. Speaking of which, Legends, for potential try scorers in this game, as we all know, I love to say it, I'm going to go with a first try scorer of Jermaine Asako. I just think that edge is going to be heavily targeted early on here, with any time for the Roosters being Rex Bassingway. I think they'll try and get him a try anyways. Hyped up as a successor to James Tedesco. And when you know how appreciated Tedesco is at the Roosters, that's such a big compliment for Bassingway. You'll have to wait and see on that. I think that he should be in for a good attacking night at least tonight here. In terms of any time for the Dolphins, we'll go with, we'll say Farnworth finds his way over in some way, all right? We'll say Farnworth finds his way over 4 years, Legends. Rabbits done it for Jai. Yeah, last night, that was an incredible gesture from the Rabbitohs in particular and the Broncos, what they did for Jai Arrow. We even put up a little Jai round picture on the screen for that one there. Heavily, the respect we've all shown for Jai is absolutely incredible, and it really shows how special our game is beyond being a game. Gregory John says, who wins? Bro, well, I honestly think the Dolphins win this one based on the lineups here, but that doesn't mean that I prefer one to the other. I actually would not mind at all whoever won this one. I think my inner Queenslander wants the Dolphins to win, but ultimately I will be reacting pretty much the same to either try here, Legends. You'll get a mostly fair result from me here tonight, all right? Was Cody Ramsey out? Cody Ramsey, it feels good to see him at fullback. How long was he out? Over 1,000 days, 1,337 days, 3.5 years. I remember when he played his first game for the Dragons. Special time that was. Really enjoyed it. I think it was the year before we started to stream. Feels so special to see him lining up at fullback. I remember his consistency of being named on the wing, but his number one position has always been fullback, and I always felt like there was that player in him. The only unfortunate thing that doesn't go in his favor, honestly, throughout his career has been that whole injury toll and the fact that, you know, they thought his normal living conditions. They never thought he'd even play rugby league again. To get to that level here, he can be proud, truly, finally. You know, he made his, after his final appearance in round 25 of the 22 season, he returned in 2026, May 2nd, Legends. That's right. We're only in the second month of his return here tonight. Not too long till kickoff, Legend. So, of course, it's changed the first half. Salute to Will number 2 in the chat. Good to see you here, Legend. I hope you're good. Mum says hi. Hi, Mel's mum. Salute, Legend. Salute, Mel's. Roosters, Dolphins, Suncorp Stadium. Here we go. The Dolphins getting us underway with the ball here. A short pass through the left here and just smacking on forward for his big prop here. If you enjoy the stream tonight, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I tipped Vince, but it's anyone's game, I think. Same here, Mel. Same here. We don't always have to be on the same page. We welcome other people's opinions, but I am glad that we're on the same page. Short to Kafusi now. Felice Kafusi just pushes on there. A bullet through to the sponge here. Couldn't clean up the soapy mess, though, and now it ends up with Morgan Knowles. Morgan Knowles knows what he's doing here as Jeremy Marshall-King with the service. Been unlucky with injuries in the past for the Dolphins, but what a player he is when he is on I remember his last little bit for the Dogs, how well he played here. And the Dolphins will finish up their first set of the night here, just kicking it over to the Roosters here, who shift to the left now and push on through. Let's go Friday night footy. Goody, 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 rugby fella. Number 2 means new and improved. Whatever helps you sleep, Will, too. Whatever helps you sleep. Rugby fella says, can't wait Toa what Ivan does for the Panthers against the Rabbits. Agreed. Can't wait, rugby fella. Can't wait. I think we all can't wait for that one, legend? And they're unable to go anywhere at the moment, the Roosters. Siwa Wong held on the halfway line now. Nada from Nafo White was unlucky to not get a try versus the Canberra Raiders. That game honestly could have been 50 if the Raiders weren't careful last week. Cherry Evans, and just under pressure, he'll kick it in the air to the 10-metre line now. And with speed, they run it here. And he is a crowd favourite here, collecting it, Trey Fuller. Nearly joined the Dragons earlier in the season. Didn't end up happening. And honestly, I think he can be relieved it didn't happen as much as he would have helped them out, I think. And Jermaine Asako now with the step and go here. And it shows you how good Trey Fuller is, by the way, because Jermaine Asako's an all right fullback himself. He's a way better winger, but he's an all right fullback himself. Bostock, too, can also fill that position. It's not like the Dolphins have a lack of ability to field fullbacks in this game tonight here. 21 votes on the poll so far here. The Finns at 52%. Roosters at just 43% for the tipsters. And from deep inside their own territory here, Katoa is going to clear it over to the 20, and here they go. Just stepping in there. Oh, that's a simple one. A good tackle on him. All cards are on the table now after that one. And the Roosters just neatly lining this one up here. Shifting through. Cody Ramsey with a little step and go here. Blues to clean sweep this year. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Strike 1 of 3 before you blocked. Will, too. I meant to say can't wait to see what Ivan Cleary does against the Rabbits. We had his son, Nathan Yotolo. True rugby fella. But honestly, I think Ivan's capable of doing something with it. Cody Walker breaks through the right here. Here he comes. Cock-a-doodle-doo. And now over to Cherry. Cherry kicks it in the air on the 5th now. The Roosters. Dolphins touch that. That's a full set here. And he shows his ability here. The Rooster takes the tackle here and light work there. And this is a good opportunity for the Tricolours early on in this game here tonight, legends. Knocking on the door early here. Back through the middle here. Trey Fuller. Incredible defense at the moment. Shifting left, Cherry Evans to Savala. Hugo couldn't get there. Yeah, I have, Liam. Hopefully we continue that streak versus them. Pass the Dolphins defense. Did he get there? Number 13 for the Roosters. I think we just might have ourselves our first try of the night here. It's the Lessie Spaghetti with a try that turned the defense into but spaghetti. Incredible stuff there. You would have thought he was the modern day. Who's a big prop? Who's a big prop from the past? I'm trying to think about here. I can't remember it bloody any, can I? Prime Kalis here right there, legends. Look at him go. And just crashes on through there. Fafito when he was at the Titans kind of stuff. And it's a good start from the Roosters, who have definitely been the worst of the two when it's come to their impact from Origin. At least when you look at it on paper, the inexperience. It's only the start, remember, says Rugby Fellow. Of course it's only the start. Friend, says Matthew. Nafua White, that is... Yeah. No, it's number 13. The 13 jersey is Celeste Spaghetti. Nafua White is number 8. Spaghetti. Oh my God, Mamu Spaghetti and Spaghetti. Oh no. I think they're going to disallow this one, legends. Again, another forward that doesn't score often. going to lose his spot here. They're going to say the ball carrying arm because it touched the ground. It's no try here. Honestly, while that's technically the rule, I'm pretty sure, I didn't even think about it because for me personally, those aren't the type of tries I view the double movement for. But there we go. The Roosters, they won't be getting the try just yet here. Wills won't be able to celebrate that one. Kayla's never won a grand final, poor guy. Poor bloke. Poor dude. Oh, mate. Kayla should have won one. Highmarsh should have won one. A couple of Eels players should have won one. Bro was going to go over like peak Bob O'Reilly. Unfortunately, instead, he's got to turn into Bob O'Luzy. Now to the middle. Gets over to the 20 now for them here, and they push. Come on the Finns, says Mel's in the chat here. Make sure to vote if you haven't yet. We keep shifting here in this one. Shout out to the Roosters debutants tonight. Reece Foley in the centres. He was the initially named one of the debutants. The other one, of course, originally named on the bench. Born in Townsville on the 1st of June, 2005. He, of course, celebrated his 21st birthday recently. I'll be celebrating mine Origin game too. June Buddies Legends. He replaces Robert Toyer tonight. Listed typically as a 5'8", despite playing centre today. That might have something to do, though, with the amount of halves the Roosters have here. Big clearance from the Dolphins here, and the Roosters over to the 10 now. And what an absolute gun of a collection there from the Chookies. Savala now with the short service. Gets it off now to the right here and just shifting on with speed here. That's a good pass over to their most experienced winger tonight, Tommy Talau. Former West Tiger here. And the game going away from it. That's our nickname, all right, TGC for Facchetti. Facchetti for Spaghetti. Gotcha. Facchetti Spaghetti. Come on, Finns. Another spaghetti. Wait, Mel's, I think we're going to have so many spaghettis by the end of our career, which is so ironic because I'm not even that big of a fan of spaghetti. That's like the really funny thing about it. Yes, he was, Liam. Nathan Callis was a legend at the Eels. And now the Roosters, still on the defense here. Bostock. I've been nervous about the inexperience of this edge here as Bostock runs on in. We know what he can do. You saw it versus the Melbourne Storm. He's also worked at the Roosters, and I believe his son plays for the Roosters junior system, Liam. 30 away, Knowles to Katoa. Now to the left here. It's a good run here, sprinting to Vita Nafo here. To Vita Nafo, replacing Selwyn Cobbo, who actually entered the top 5 all-time run meters in a game recently here. They kick it in the air now to the right here. So much pressure on it, but DCE shows his experience there and gets it over. The 37-year-old this year, Legends. Over 364 games of experience. He's playing his 365th tonight. Cody Ramsey crashes on the right here. It's still 0-0 in this game at the moment, Legends. That try earlier, for those who may have missed it, was a no try. We have 2 spaghettis now. Now around to the right. Billy Smith, 3 ACLs apparently, and a shoulder injury. What a unit he is to keep on going, Billy Smith. Kyle, did you know Nathan Kalis coaches the New South Wales Cup Para team? Yeah. He's also an assistant with the Eels' first team. So, yeah. Top player, and top worker for the club. And the Dolphins, Osako, they just keep on pushing with it here. They get onto that 40 now. Bostock steps onto the right here with speed here. It's a good little bit of a shimmy to the right, shimmy to the left. You know how it works on this channel, Legends, right? We don't care. And imagine if they kept going now down this attacking area here. Just 4 subs away from 5.7K, Legends. If you haven't hit that sub button yet, I'd appreciate it. Dolphins flying high in the air here. And oh no, down it lands. Oh no. Roosters now. Come on, here's the speed. Time to reverse it now. Fly high as you can before you die. And now, Ramsey again. Ramsey heavily involved in this one here. Pushes it on here. He's punched his ticket towards Dreamville. Can he achieve the destination? DCE thunders this one here to the right. Oh my goodness. Lucky days. Tripulla saves it. Tripulla now with speed here. Dashing forward here. Tripulla. I've heard Jaden Seward done his, from what I heard, it was a pec injury and he's going to be going into surgery for it. Unfortunate stuff for Jaden Seward, but it's okay. He'll be 100% fit for the Parramatta Eels when he plays for them. And, Herbie Farnworth wins a penalty here for the Dolphins, legends. I think it's Paketti that's given this one away here. On that occasion, just a bit high on the shot there. Happens all the time in rugby league nowadays. You know, look, that's a big problem with our game nowadays. The way Herbie Farnworth's going down now, you almost wonder what are the forwards supposed to do in that situation. But at the end of the day, it is put on the forwards nowadays. So it is the right call. My Sky Sports is about 30 seconds behind you, lost over the ditch. It's okay, Mels. That's why I'm here, to be the best around, to help you out, all right? That 30 seconds off your life is going to be precious, all right? Every second counts. So many ACL injuries, far out. Yeah, mate. Billy Smith, what a player, Mels, in terms of his effort to play. I think certain players should wear headgear too. Egan for one. Agreed. I think if you have a history of the issue, you should be made to wear headgear. And it's not about being a wuss. It's about safety in the game, all right? That's a somewhat hot take of mine. All right? I think in particular if you have a history on it. Now short to Kafusi. Kafusi in here, and Kafusi held out with it here. Kafusi stopped before he could get there here. They're speeding to the left, the 4 whites. And that's good defense there. They wrap him up there. The Dolphins, it's the changeover now. I know you guys have a New Zealand commentator, Mel's every Wales game. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a New Zealand commentator. It would beat some of the ones I have to watch sometimes. And look, I'm not saying that in a sense of that they're not enjoyable to certain people, but they're not enjoyable to me, some of the commentators sometimes, legends. Just sometimes, all right? A little bit sometimes. Just making a little noise there. I don't know why. So DCO is a good player for Queensland. He was a great player for Manly too, even if they want to forget that. Nafahu White here. I picked the Roosters, and if you could name the player, good on yous. I'm pretty sure that the Manly are a bit hypocritical because Manly literally had a legend that they've named a stand after that went to Roosters at the end of his career. Like, it's nothing new for a player to do that. And Sherry Evans, another kick in the air onto the 12 now. Dolphins go here. And we are yet to get a try as we enter roughly 12 minutes into this game. 22? No, 12 minutes. Yes, 12 minutes, legends. Doy, TJC, bop at his head here. We do. Beats your one-eyed commentator, lol, soz. It's fine, Mels, all right? I do my best, okay? For your information, though, I'm a Queenslander, so I didn't come out right. I'm free-eyed, actually. Thank you very much. I'm free-eyed, thank you very much, all right? It's a defect. My favourite NRL commentator is Bossy. Yeah, well, I guess Bossy's the next best to be, right? The next best to be. And the Dolphins just go high to the air here again here. The pressure, and the Roosters knock the ball on! Oh, no! And it wasn't even one of the inexperienced players I was worried about. It was Tommy Talau, who I usually love to say is Tommy Tawau, but he's not Tawau right now. He's Tommy Tawau in an ironic way, like, Tawau. Tawau. And he loses it. Can the Roosters win the comp this year? I don't think they will, legends. I don't think they're one of the number one. I think I'd say the Warriors are more likely to. Can they, though? I mean, I said the Broncos couldn't last year, and look what happened with them. So, it's possible. Not you, legend. The Aussie ones that commentate our games. Oh, yeah, the Aussie ones that commentate your games don't got it like the New Zealand one, eh? Honestly, I would love to have the option to turn on New Zealand commentary with the Wales games because I think that would be really fun, honestly, to listen to. And the Dolphins sprint round to the middle here. If only I could do that, right? Gets it back here. Here's the thing. It gets to Kafusi. Kafusi Pushes on forward here. Kafusi, arm out there. Get him in the ring already with an arm like that. I saw the muscle. Now to the left here, Katoa, Bostock. And it's all fine here from the Dolphins so far. I think we've got the second tackle coming up here. The Dolphins keep on pushing now. Back they go. Down to the ground here. Cherry Evans with it. Pushing away here. Katoa inside here. Just behind the line here, Molo. Marshall King will play the ball. Katoa! And are you sure he's not wearing a Blues jersey? I think that's a crime against nature here. Isaiah Katoa, the Penrith Panthers Jr., who plays more like he's one of the most experienced seniors in our game here. And the Finns are up. And the Tides couldn't be stronger. Isaiah Katoa had scored for the Dolphins. And we have our first hit out of the night. And of all players, it's the halfback scoring on over for them here. The Roosters unable to get back quick enough. And that middle attack is where they've really made the Roosters suffer tonight, the Dolphins. It's not even been the wing edge. It's right through that middle area. And Isaiah Katoa makes it 4-0. A beautiful pass from Marshall King here. And Katoa, just a little bit of a dummy here. And that's a committed tackle from the Rooster defender, DCE. That's got nothing to do with an obstruction here. And this will be a try, I reckon, for Isaiah Katoa. Unless they literally had a bet on the game to change it, this will stand. He's a talent, Katoa. Honestly, he is. He genuinely is. And if he's not playing finals this year or next year, I think he's been robbed of an even better early start to his career than he deserves. I don't think even Cleary started off in rugby league as well as he started. And you all know how highly rated Nathan Cleary is nowadays. Moses took years too to get to that level. And Asako, he equals the record there, legends. He equals the record for the Dolphins. And there we go. 6-0 to the Finns at home quotation marks, because Suncorp Stadium, let's be honest, it's Brisbane's home, Lane Park, right? But it's close enough. It's close enough. We'll never be a one-eyed blocker, Mels. We'll never be a one-eyed blocker. Tyler, will Mitchell Moses play next Wednesday night? He is highly expected to, Liam, and I think he will, honestly, because they wouldn't have sent Katoa down to play in this game if he wasn't confident that he was going to play, Mr. Laurie. And first try of the night, give it away here. The Dolphins now with speed. Oh! Statement made there. Somebody get me a heart monitor. I might be going into critical condition after that one. And the Dolphins, through to the right here with Felice Kathusi. I'm excited for a Sacco next year. Sorry for keep repeating. That's fine. That's fine, rugby fella. Talk about your passions. I love seeing people talk about their passions. I'm excited too. Consecutive point scoring games, legends, 94. He's tied with Steve Gurn ever in the rugby league era, legends. He will match it if he scores any points tonight. Jermaine Osako. Wouldn't that be great? History made. And oh no, 6 again on last play here. Osako will just run. The game is available on channel 9, Fox League and Kayo, legend. Marshall King shifts over to the left with Kafusi. You can hear that Dolphins crowd running wild for them. I guess flipping wild. Right in front of the try line now. The Finns to the right. Swing it around here. Short to Bostock. And they close it out well. Hugo Savala and Piketty making that a play to Piketty. Now to Katoa here. Low kick through. Bounces off there. That should be a full set again for the Dolphins. They're still going to shoot to the left. Oh, he slips. He slips and dips here, the Dolphins, right on the 10-meter now. He'll play it. It's the last now. Katoa puts the kick into the right here for Bostock, and Savala connects that neatly there. Hugo Savala, been playing in the centers mostly this year. What a half he is, though. Really does waste his ability. For me personally, I even preferred it when he was playing in the 14 role off the hooker with Watson. Unfortunately, he just doesn't provide the impact off the bench that Watson does. So maybe that solution has fixed itself with Watson recently agreeing to a 1-year deal with I think it was the Dragons. It was rumored the Tigers, and then it became the Dragons. So 1 year with the Dragons, and then he goes off to the PNG side after that, Legends. So with that in mind, maybe we could be seeing where Savala does end up in what I think is his best kind of role for the club. The Sydney Roosters now, over on the right here with a brilliant kicker. Sacco is brilliant, says Mel's. Oh, it doesn't get much better, does it? Tribola! He's always got a hit like that in him there. That's got to be on some highlight reel, surely. As brave as it comes here, Savala on him there, speak of the devil, and Anchor's Crichton. So, wait, we got to stop for a second. A huge run here from the Dolphins here, shifting into gear on the 10 now. There's an opening on the left edge. There's almost no defenders. Katoa, Nikarima, was that forward? DCE got defense. Farnworth scores for the Dolphins. They've got 2 tonight. We did call it. We did call it in the pre-game, Legends. Herbie Farnworth flies on over for the Dolphins. His future under huge speculation at the moment. The Dragons, the Eels, and many others rumoured to be after his signature. Herbie Farnworth, ladies and gentlemen. Jake Avarillo, their other centre that's typically playing when they have him fit, is of course out right now, but he's already reportedly joined the Tigers. Could be in for a huge shift for the Dolphins in the near future if they're not too careful here. And Herbie Farnworth down on the left edge, the former Brisbane Bronco. I'm pretty sure he played in that grand final where Nathan Cleary put up one of the best ever grand final performances for that epic win against the Broncos. Farnworth goes over, and that's more points tonight, and he gives Jermaine Asako an opportunity to break a long-standing record here of most consecutive games with points scored here. 94 at the moment is the points in the games. If he gets one here, record broken. All it takes is 1 2-pointer. He scored enough of them in his career. He's focusing on the Finns this year. I know that next year Sarko's going to Las Vegas. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's probably excited about that. That's his reward after this season with the Dolphins, whether they play finals or not. He gets to go to Vegas next year with Melbourne. Why would the Chooks need Herbert? They got Garrick City. Oh, yeah. Well, they've got, of course, there's the League of the Chooks, but let's face it, Chooks are linked to everyone. It's not even worth bringing them up most of the time. And Asako. And there we go. He scores. Jermaine Asako, Legends. History keeps on going here. It's 12-0 to the Dolphins. And I was concerned for the Roosters heading into this one, and that concern has been proven to be correct at the moment here. And so far, to all of you who have voted, you've agreed. 57% of you have gone with the Dolphins to win this one, just 40% for the Roosters. And 3% of you have no faith in anyone and have only gone with the ref. Nobody thinks a draw, though, I guess. And that ticket to Dreamtown has been punched. And we'll kick off again here, I guess. Playing on here. Gannon's asked for an immediate release. He's missing home in the UK. Honestly, fair enough to him, Mels. Fair enough. He probably does go back to Super League, and good on him. Rugby league, the Australian scene isn't for everybody, and I respect people who come out with their stories more than ever nowadays. One problem rugby league has had, and I think you ask anyone, it's a problem, is making people afraid to speak when they're out of the ordinary in any way. And you guys would know exactly what I'm talking about if you've seen NRL media lately, but that's something that's improving right now. I can name a ton of people that have come out with things that wouldn't have been talked about 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. It really shows you how special it is from us. High kick in the air from Bostock. Asako around here. Asako back to Bostock. It's just great to see in our game here. Bostock with an upsetting kick. I think that rugby league, it's something we're slowly learning to do, but it's not going to be done overnight. That ability to talk when you're not okay, when you're different, when you're out of that ordinary, when something is you and you're afraid to be that thing. Like, of course, there's limits, but ultimately, it's good to see that I think we're slowly growing as a game with it. Slowly but surely. And we carry on here now. Cheers, Bells. Not Zach Senior, I meant to say coming in. Zach Senior. I remember Zach Senior. Played for Para a little bit. Funny bloke. DCE. Inside the 40 there from Cherry Evans. It goes around the Dolphins there. And he hits it in a full try full. A good effort there to keep it in. All good, George Alarm. Welcome to the stream now. Sean Buller's been linked with the Dragons. Honestly, if the Dragons signed Sean Buller, they've just signed a completely new team, haven't they, at that point? It's not even the same team anymore as this year's. And it's a great run here. Bostock through the middle now. Plenty of speed on it. Yes, I have seen that, George Alarm. I have seen the highlights of Origin. I've seen plenty of highlights of Origin. I like the 8 in a row. And Gilbert now flips around here. You got Tom Gilbert. And Katoa now with a huge kick in the air here. Gets it on to 15. And now sprinting forward here is Tommy Talau. Going to Wow. And here's Foley. Fun fact about Foley, legends. In 2024, he was named as a replacement for the Maroons in their under-19s Origin side. So, yeah, from Townsville, proper Queenslander. There were a lot of notable players in that game. I'm going to include Blues players to put this in perspective, but there were multiple players you've seen in the NRL today, including Casey McLean, Jackson Purdue, Jermaine McEwen, man of the match, Chevy Stewart, and my personal favourite as an Eels fan, all right, Sam Tuavati. Yeah, Big Tui was in that game too. Roosters, round to the right now. Pushing it. David says, how's it going, mate? Who scored the tries? Oh, it's going bloody brilliant, legend. Great to see you in the chat, David. The try scorers tonight, we opened up with a try for Katoa, and then there was a try for Farnworth. So Katoa and Farnworth, David. Did you watch Frozen? Did you? I'm glad he finally spoke out, Evans, and I'm glad that they are talking about their mental health. Wonderful to see. Mels, I'm glad we're on the same page with it. Not everyone is at the moment, but pretty much, I don't know how much better I could describe it than your comment right there, Mels. Exactly. And Dolphins, well above their weight here on the 30 here with a good pass. And pushing forward here, number 15 for the Dolphins here. Kurt Donahue takes the tackle, and now they drive it up to the 20 here. The Roosters, Cody Ramsey with the ball. And Ramsey wrapped up nicely. I'm actually really happy for Kane Evans, and it's not just because he's a former Elan-Wah. I am actually really happy for Kane Evans. I have absolutely no problems with who he is. No problems. The Roosters over to the right here. Push forward now. Can they get the meters on the track? Roosters to Watson. And now Trent Robinson just watching there. Mate, my thing that I love about Robinson is just knowing that he played a game for Para. He gets Parramatta. Get him in. He gets Parramatta. Where is his signature? He can work with Riles as an assistant. I don't care. And now the Dolphins on the 10 here. It's just a bit of back and forth here, but every now and then the Dolphins get a big breakaway where they score. Honestly, they could have gone up earlier as well, but unfortunately it was good defense. Did you see that Melbourne are doing next Sunday, bro? Yeah, I saw a mental health round for themselves. Good stuff. Doesn't hit me like the Jai stuff, but it is an important cause, and I'm really happy Melbourne are doing something like it. And just hitting his head on the wrong side there, Jermaine Asako. That's most definitely a penalty there. I think it's Benailio who gives that. Unfortunately, I think we might have an injury for Reece Foley in his first NRL game, legends. You hate to see it, but that's how brutal our game, legends. Click to hear, legend. I don't care for Hayes. I don't acknowledge them. Agreed, Bells. Agreed. They're not worth our hour. Just to come off here. He might have to come off there for at least an observation there. He's determined, though. It's his first NRL game. He's saying, you're going to have to pull me off. You have to rip me off. Oh, my God. Yeah. They've told him you have to come off. He's furious. He can't believe it in his first NRL game that he's being made to go off here. The clock ticking now, legends. And on second tackle here, they're at this level. They're all hard. They're all strong. They all want to keep playing, but it has to be kept at a minimum. I hate haters also. We all hate haters because haters gonna hate, and shakers gonna shake. Now over to Tom Gilbert. Tommy Gilbert in here. Gilbert Shilbert on the 40. And Knowles now on his way to Nicarima. Farnworth, he's already got a try tonight here. Really expansive stuff here. I remember a time where he was talked about as a potential fullback. That could have been 6 again after DCE. The ref says otherwise. And now another clearance from our boy Katoa here. Will shift onto the left here. I would stay on if I was on the field. Yeah, but unfortunately they force you off, rugby fella. I agree, though. I think that most players, if they had a choice, would fight to stay on the field. But honestly, concerningly enough, based on statistics, this isn't me making it up, the players do have a bit of a problem with being pressured to stay on by their clubs outside of scenes or feeling that way. I think it was over 60% felt that way at least. The Roosters here, and oh no, legends, they've told him, Reece Bowley, he won't be back tonight. He's had his taste of first grade, but he won't be back. Oh no, legends. Absolutely, it's for safety reasons, Mels, and I think that it's completely within their right. I just also understand why these young kids, they've achieved their dream. I get why they are hesitant to listen, even though they should 100%, Mels, right? But you understand what the young heads are thinking. I know people who are TJC, you're around their age. Why are you talking like them as young ones? Because I'm viewing this from an outsider's perspective rather than my perspective. Plus, I don't exactly talk like my age, let's be honest. I remember Ches Blair. He was a good player. Yeah, rugby fella. Cherry Evans, they need a result from this kick here, the Roosters. Lost and out of play it goes. Agreed. Well-being is far more important than any game. Any game. I can't stress that enough. Pushed out there by Asako. Well, now we only have Rex Bassingplay in the team, legends, when it comes to debutants. Such a shame to see Foley come off. I was actually really hyped to see the boy from Townsville playing. And now Francis Molo over to Farnworth here. They're just going to shift it onto the left here and down to the halfway line here. Ray Stone comes out with speed. He just said smash him. That's all he said about heading into this game. We smash him. We hit him. Dolphins to the right. Katoa. Now to Trifula here. Trifula sprinting here. We've got the opportunity on the 20. Ball stopped now. Of course, no Marky Mark tonight either for the Roosters. Named on the bench for the Blues. And an interesting kick there from Katoa for the Dolphins here. And the Roosters get it again here. Roosters now try to hit back. 21 soon, legend? Very, very soon, Mels. Very soon. 5 days. 5 days on the day of origin. Ooh. Feels wrong. Feels so wrong because I don't even feel 21 yet, to be honest with you. But I don't think you ever feel your age, do you? From my understanding of people. I started this stuff when I was 16 and a half, so I really do get it's really surreal seeing how far we've come in that time. I've been doing this for so long, I don't remember how it felt before I started doing it because of how long I've been doing it exactly. And now over to the middle here. They'll be all right. Nice. Can't remember when I was 21. If it helps, I definitely don't remember the year you were 21. Let's hope the Queenslanders get it done for us, Queenslanders and B-Day. Hopefully, rugby fellow. I hope to see you guys, my fellow Maroons fans, commenting on the vlog when that's out because I always go all out for Origin. Always. You get the best from TJC during those. And Savala here staying down. The Roosters are getting hurt from the Dolphins runs into the line here. Oh, Asako definitely runs in shoulder heavy there. He looks like he's out cold here. It looks like it. And you hate to see that. Hugo Savala. So he's still out there for the time being, Hugo Savala. And we may get him Whitwolves here. Okay, we're going to carry on at the moment, legends. Cody Nikorima's going to kick it here. And they're going to clear it over to the 10 now. 10 minutes to go in the first half, legends. And that will be at halftime. As most streams you would know, legends, by now. We've done hundreds of them. I do stick around during halftime. So feel free to drop your thoughts and all that. I love talking to you guys. And I can't wait to have a fun time during halftime, eh? All right. Your boy TJC is probably at the highest he's ever been as well with the streams and stuff. Probably the highest I've ever been with the streams and stuff when it comes to the peak of the views and the what I'm getting out of it and things. Honestly, I couldn't be prouder of how far we've come together because you guys have done exactly like you guys have tuned in, right? That's half the battle of me turning it on and doing it. And now over to Angus Crichton here. Crichton now through. Crichton round now. And DCE's just going to clear it in the air here. Daly Cherry Evans. I like to call him a long-neck giraffe. Plenty would call him a snake. And the Dolphins lose it. 6 again for Roosters. Sprinting forward on the left edge here. It's number 20 for the Roosters, who's officially on the field replacing our injured Piketty. It is Junior Tupou, not to be confused with Tommy Talau or Daniel Tupou. And now Butcher here, and in he goes to the 10-meter line now. The Roosters, they're right there in front of it here. Surely we can see a moment of brilliance from them. The Chooks, can they flap along here? I've never really seen a chicken fly. I don't think the Roosters can really fly, but they can flap up and down here. They can peck at you. Low kick, and that's another knock-on from Nikorima. And they're very close to being McCord, the Dolphins, at the moment here. Flipper fins on them. We'll always support you, my friend, as long as I am able. As long as you are able. Mels, I appreciate you, all right? And as long as I am able, this stuff's going on, eh? As long as I'm able. Breaking news, legends. So, Savala has had his head injury assessment named category... Am I getting this right? Yeah, category 2. All right, so he's got 15 minutes, legends. In the next 15 minutes, we will be finding out, does he get to return to the field? So stay tuned with me, okay? We'll find out. We'll probably end up having that update in the second half, most likely. Roosters to the left here. Backs it to Tupou. Tupou round here. Tupou. He said the tackle is held here. Watson. Now to Crichton. Crichton pushing them off here. Angus Crichton. In he goes now. Just wraps the ball up in front of the try line here. Benaya now to DCE. Oh, folds it! Kelly! And this is great to watch here. Around to the right here. Siwa Wong here. Wong, if you're not going for Wong, you're just wrong. If it's not Wong, it's wrong. Last play, Sherry Evans. Gets that one back there, and Katoa well positioned here for the counter-attack here. Our back rows next year if Eli Katoa's not playing in Rugby League and Champ. I do not personally believe that not only should he play next year, I believe his career should be over. Not out of hate for him, but out of respect of the fact that he's genuinely looking at passing away if he keeps playing. But also... But also on the basis of also, I just don't think it's best for anyone involved, Storm or the player himself. I think that you should go forward with Keely and Chan personally as your second rowers. His health is way more important. And the Roosters swallowing this one forward here on the 20. And Billy Smith now crashing forward here for the Chookies. And they nearly break through here. Cody Ramsey, what a story he was this year, making his debut in May for the first time in over 3.5 years. They told him he'd struggle to walk for the rest of his life, let alone be able to return to rugby league. What a feel-good story he is. As we get on over to Watson now. And Connor Watson now just pushing forward, playing his final year for the Roosters at the moment here. One big hit can be catastrophic. Exactly, Bells. All it takes is that one bad hit and your life's completely changed forever. I mean, does nobody remember what happened in that one Storm versus Knights game? What happened to Katoa? They were just warming up and that happened to Katoa. Like, it really can be the small bits where it happens. Farnworth, and that's a wrapper arm around the neck. That'll be the agility, the speed, and the power there. And the Roosters here just giving it away for another one. Another penalty. If Katoa didn't have that horrible collision with Leahy last year, I reckon we'd be in the top 8. Honestly, Eli Katoa would be a great... I agree that he would be a real difference maker for the Storm, but I also think the Storm have so many issues they're working out that there are some games that wouldn't have saved them, even so. Katoa should never have played, felt devastated for him. I think we all felt devastated. Like, it's one of those sad stories in rugby league. And nothing really hit like it till the Jai thing came around, really. And that doesn't even hit the same way. They're different kinds of pain, right, that you feel about it. Like, but it's both in that same area of how the game can be sometimes. Dolphins passes back here to Katoa here on second tackle. Ray Stone sprints away. Ray Stone, go Stone, go Stone. Ray to 8 meters out here. Marshall King gets it round here, intercepted by Tupou. Tommy Talau goes to wow and collects. Crichton. Well, there's a big still out there. Issues going on. Agreed. But he had a great career at Melbourne too, Dave. Yeah, he was incredible at Melbourne while he had his career. But unfortunately, I don't think it's meant to be anymore. Vaketti now to DCE. Ooh, timed that well, DCE. And now on the right edge here, it's a great run from the rookie debutant. He passes back, hit by Dolphins. DCE, yeah. Take it, and what's the ref going to call this one as? Rex Bassingthwaighte, potentially making his name known there, legends. Of course, Rex Bassingthwaighte, often praised for his versatility. He can play wing, fullback, 5'8", all of it, but he's more of a fullback here. He shows a bit of his wing ability here down the right. Unfortunately, the pass doesn't work out fully. Dolphins did touch that. It would have been a full set again here had DCE collected nicely with it here. Highly regarded as one of the most promising young players in rugby league, the 19-year-old from Dubbo, New South Wales, Rex Bassingthwaighte, has been, of course, named in a late change. He was named in a late change tonight after being initially named on the bench. A potential successor to Tedesco. James Tedesco has praised this kid multiple times throughout his junior career. We could have Roosters' future fullback on our hands with Rex here tonight, legends. He showed a bit of his speed there to you. Come on, Finns, says Mel's. Come on. And 2 minutes on the clock, legends, at the moment. Second tackle now. Ooh, juggle there from the Dolphins, but they get the ball here. It's good stuff from them. Donahue will play it. From inside the 40 here, Katoa here, and the Roosters collect it nicely here to shift on in now and get it back. Not so sure if that was the play the Dolphins should have gone for, but it's the play they went with. And now we carry on with it here. That's the play they went with, and we're going to live with it. We're going to live with it, legends, all of us. 4% have gone with a draw now. 64%. It is blowing out the Dolphins tipping right now. Only 28% of you are backing the Roosters still in this one here, based on the difference on the poll here. The Bulldogs beat the Bye 2-0, by the way. Did they? Man, I really thought that was a game the Bye could win here to avenge Para. Tries to reach out for that one, Rex. Unfortunately, just a bit too high on him here. Maybe if that was Tupou could have got it. But they got to remember they're not playing with Tupou. They're not playing with a giraffe to a giraffe. They're playing with a giraffe over to I guess a baby zebra. Like he's quick. He's quick and he's got the ability, but also a bit of inexperience. Dirty doggy, says Mel's. I know. The fact that they flopped over again. Can you believe Matt Burton flopped over again for a 2-0 win? Like, oh my God, if he's not flopping over the last 2 weeks, there's not 2 wins for the Dogs on the board. Like, I understand he got the result, but ridiculous. The Roosters were offside, but the ref, I don't think they were all the way back, but the Dolphins are they're gonna rule a knock on here, and it's gonna be a scrum feed for the Roosters. And if I'm the Roosters, I really want to try here. What's the play, legends? The feed at the scrum, they're going to have one play of the ball here to get this opportunity, legends. One play of the ball. Mel's with the emoji. I can't see Tommy Talau doing a field goal. I just know that they need points. You need to pack it. The ref's making sure that they pack it here. Let's see what happens here. So Cody Ramsey is going to go for a field goal. He's hit that one hard. It's just too short. Jermaine Asako has it. He puts on a run here. And they take the tackle there. And that'll be half-time here. Half-time here at Suncorp Stadium. The Sydney Roosters unable to best the Dolphins. 12-0 here in favour of the Fins here. It is all Fins up at the moment, legends. And now it's time for the TJC Sports Halftime Show. With your host, TJC Sports. Hello, legends. G'day, legends, as we say here on the channel. Hope you're all having an incredible night here. What a time it has been so far to be alive. I've enjoyed every second of this, but I enjoy every second of most rugby league games, don't I? There's something about it that hits so well no matter where you are. National Rugby League says hi. Hello, National Rugby League. Welcome to the stream, legend. Good to have you here. I was hoping for a bye win, says Rugby Fella. Honestly, me too, man. I think the greatest tragedy of this week is that the bye didn't get the victory. 2-0, man. Matt Burton, what a flop he is. He just falls on the ground. I mean, hey, it's all tough guy when he does it to Mitchell Moses, where it was a bigger hit. But when he's the one landing on the ground, he turns into a baby. All right? He turns into the annoying younger sibling. And trust me, the annoying younger sibling sucks. My favorite segment, the halftime show. Well, it's that chill point of the stream we all love, right? What team do you go for? The Parramatta Eels, legend. The Parramatta Eels. Blue and gold. Never fold. Never fold, brah. It is a Port legend. Good to have you in the stream. Love watching rugby league game. Mate, rugby league games just hit different, bro. Like, I feel like sport is great. I'm excited for the World Cup for the soccer, by the way. But rugby league just hits different for me. I can't wait to be streaming the World Cup streams on the channel, legends. I love me some World Cup. All right. I can't wait. PNG, Australia, New Zealand, and more. It's going to be an epic affair when we get to it, legends. Get yourselves hyped for it, all right? It's going to be a great time all around. It's why I've got no doubt we're going to hit 6K. All right, this year. I've got no doubt we're going to hit 6K because between all that, we got the party started. We got it sorted, legends, all right? We got it sorted. Oh, yeah, party at your house, eh? I like the Sharks, says National Rugby League here. You like the Sharkies? All right, fair enough. I don't meet too many Sharky supporters. on the channel, legend. So credit to you. Love seeing somebody that's a little bit different. All right. Shout out to the Sharkies. I'm indifferent with the Sharkies. I don't love them. I don't hate them. I really don't mind. So got no banter really for them. 2016, what a year that was for the Sharks. To finally break that drought and get a premiership under their belts. Look, Para has more premierships, but I don't want to talk about it because I think that they knew the dinosaurs when they got them. I feel bad for Buy fans. Buy fans have had the worst of it all. I mean, the Buy fans, what can you even say, right? They've been completely done dirty throughout their whole life supporting them. Come on, Roosters, says Jason Reader. Yeah, the Sydney Roosters. I need to check something. It's the first thing I bring up every stream. Let's see it. Oh, I think the Roosters have been done really dirty here, legends, because if you actually look at this statistically, all right, let's be statistically accurate with this here. I've got the stats on my board here on the right for me, legends. I'm taking a look at them right now. It's actually quite interesting to see that the Roosters actually are completing at a high enough percentage to be winning this game. Where they've let themselves down has been what they've done with it, because they've actually only had 1% less possession than the Dolphins, and it's 12-0. They've also only had 2% being 2% worse off when it comes to their completion rate, which was actually quite good at 82%. Dolphins 84, of course. Actually, now it's changed to 83, 84. 1% difference. Who really cares, right? At the end of the day, it's a 1% to 2% difference between these two teams. And ultimately, the fact is that 1% difference is not an excuse for Dolphins to be 12 points up. Ultimately, it just means the Roosters haven't made the most of their plays and maybe have just not done enough with their plays. Their missed tackle count at 20 is probably a big fact on it. 9 ineffective tackles isn't good enough either. They've conceded 3 penalties. That's not brilliant either. With a whopping 4 errors, I don't think that that's good. Honestly, I think that this is a danger of being like the Melbourne Storm game for the Roosters. This is in danger of being like the Melbourne Storm game where they just lose it for themselves based on the stats here. Like completion rate's better than that game, but when it comes to their mistake with the plays, all right, they're simple. It's simple stuff that they're getting wrong. They beat the Dragons, the Buy, remember that. True, rugby fella, true. The Buy beat the Dragons, so they can beat anybody, technically, on their day. But they just... What a historically special win that was, by the way. To see the Dragons lose to the Buy was, like, so special. Yes, the Dragons are going through a lot, but the Buy is just... They're such a hard-done-by fan base, They've shown so much fight in themselves to get to where they are nowadays, and... I seriously am so proud of them. I'm so proud of them. I couldn't be prouder, actually. And this is coming from someone that's not even a Buy fan. Not even a Buy supporter, legends. Jason Roosters, come on, Roosters. We have the Buy this week. I'm hoping we storm 13+. Honestly, you might. You might, but also, who knows with the Melbourne Storm? Who knows? Like, Melbourne Storm or the Melbourne Storm, they could easily... change. They could flip the script easily in this one here. I'm going to be back in like 15 seconds. Legends, just going to quickly speed over to grab a drink. I'll be right back with you. All right, just got to clear that throat and stuff. But I can't wait. All right, I do stick with you during halftime. I swear. See you in a There we go. We are back, legends. We are back, baby. We are so back. Speaking of back, how back are we? Only 2 subs away from 5. 1 sub away, holy, from 5.7K. Let's see if we can get that tonight, legends. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Party at my place if we do. Honestly, I think Storm could easily beat the bye 13 plus. I don't think they will, but they absolutely could. Is that Roosters' first try was a try? I think that it... Look, it goes back to the Joe Ash try. I thought the Joe Ash try was a try technically, but technically it wasn't. Based on the technicality of the rulebook, my question is, would they enforce it on certain teams? No. But based on the technicality of the rulebook, and it's kind of like this Roosters play, I've got to go kind of the Galvin thing before explaining this one. He technically regathers, surrenders the ball. I viewed it as a juggle, but they ruled it as regathers, surrender ball, out of play, no play on, which is fair enough. However, the actual... However, with the Roosters one, the problem with me is that it was ruled as a no try because the ball carrying arm hits the ground. Now, hear me out here. That is actually a rule, legends. Ball carrying arm does hit the ground. He has been initiated into a tackle. Technically, it is correct. But also, how do you not expect him to be able to get up? There was clearly some momentum in that. For me personally, I think that could have been fine to stay as a try. But I also think that if we're going to throw technicalities out there, technically, it isn't a decision where they're going to apologize because technically the referees have got a point with that one there. Is it where I would enforce it and I would say that that's not a try? Not necessarily. But on technicality, it is a try to them, unfortunately. I think that's frustrating. And, I'm nowhere near being a professional referee. Let's face it. Like, I probably come up with calls that people would absolutely flame me for. But, like, ultimately, that's the funny thing about rugby league, isn't it? All right? You could technically both be right and you technically could both be wrong, depending on what scenario you talk with. I think people go too much into it's black or white or it's never grey. Sometimes it's both. As Michael Jackson would say, it doesn't matter if you're black or white. I'm having my protein up and go hook ice. Awesome, rugby fella. Enjoy that, legend. A bit of chalky in your system with some mocky. Oh, yeah, bro. At halftime, we have 49 votes on the poll. Shout out to you, wonderful legends at home that have bothered to click that vote button here. 65% of you have gone with the Dolphins to win this one tonight. Fins up! Yeah. 27% of you have gone with the Roosters. Go the Chookies. 4% have gone draw, and the ref 4%. The ref 20 plus 4%. Let's go. The one person we're missing tonight is Jedikin. Hopefully they show up soon. Missing Jedikin on the channel, legends. But at the moment, Dolphins with that big play, 64%. 50 votes on the poll now. 64% Fins. The Roosters, I have a feeling that some of you cheapskates are going to end up upping that voting on the Roosters as soon as the second half starts with the Roosters score first. But I love it. I love it that most people are on that par with the Dolphins at the moment. Personally, for me, it's great. It's great. It's legendary, I dare I say. I want to be legendary. Of course, because we're at halftime, I think I should do that boring streamer thing where I do say, if you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button, okay? And if you're new and you go, hey, this guy's not such a twat after all, maybe you want to hit that sub button. You might even think he's a legend and then hit the notification bell to be notified of every time he uploads so that you get to see more of his big head. Either way, how great might that be? If you do feel that way, firstly, thank you, and you won't regret it. So consider doing it if you haven't yet. Anyways, legends, second half is going to be underway in a moment. So let's get ready for it, legends? We're gonna start to wrap up the halftime show and get on with the splish splash Fins up. DWAT second half of rugby league footy here. The try predictor is wrong. Sometimes they always go with the team who played good. Yeah, but the team who played good is not always the team that's going to score next, right? So it's time for the TJC Sports Halftime Show to come to its natural conclusion. And the TJC Sports second half to get underway. Oh, my God. I can't thank you enough, Mills. I can never thank this woman enough. She has shown way too much support to me throughout the years, hasn't she? Shout out to Mel's in the chat, legends. A little something for the birthday. $50 donation into the chat here. Honestly, thank you so much, Mel's. The second half's going to kick off in a moment, but I can't thank you enough for that. Well, let's see if I can drop a heart on it. Hopefully, if it will let me. Sometimes YouTube's a bit of a muppet. We don't like that about YouTube, but there we go. I think I've dropped you a heart. W's in the chat for Mel's here. I want to see you guys showing some support for one of my biggest supporters I think I've ever had in life. With one of the biggest donos we've had all year here. Appreciate you so much, Mels. I think I'm gonna have to leave it at that because I don't have words for it. But extremely grateful for that. First in a couple of weeks as well when it comes to donations. Of course, I don't demand them here on the channel, but when they're given, they are so appreciated for the hours we put in. Thank you very much, Mel. And here we go, legends. Underway. Let's hope the Finny Fins get it for Mel's now. Dolphins brew here. Defoe White on the 10-meter line here. Gets it over to the left. It's going to be a fun birthday, isn't it? And taking the first tackle of the night for the second half here, it is the young rookie here, legends, Rex Bassing. Whoa. I'm trying to say that correctly every time, but my brain keeps getting scrambled with it. And they push over to the right here. Just getting it now to Fiketti here. So let's see Fiketti now. Fiketti with the spaghetti play. And Fiketti down on the ground they go here. Fiketti taking it. And they'll keep on pushing here. The breeze looks good here for our boy in the chat here. And it'll be a tackle for Trifula here. Now over through the middle, Jermaine Asako. Asako pushing forward now. And Asako takes the hit here. And back it goes. Down Asako goes to the ground here. And now to the right here. Honestly, one thing I've got to give Trent Robinson credit for, and it's his ability to motivate a young side to believe what they can do. Now Katoa kicks. Lemuello here. Gets it over to Reba here. And Nicarima chasing, and now the Roosters down. Hey, rugby fella. Thank you very much in the chat for the $31 donation. Please, there's nothing called a small donation. There's no such thing as a small donation, man, especially something like that. I mean, you're giving money for completely free to this bloke that just literally does what he loves. You know, he doesn't do it for money. I really appreciate it, man. All right. Happy B-Day for Wednesday. Here's $31. Just take it. Shut up and take my money. You're reminding me of that KFC ad. Shut up and take my money. Wish I had money to give. Sorry, love you stuff. It's okay, Shane J. Hey, mate. You're all good. You're still welcome, bro. Huge thank you, though, to Rugby Fella. And why is Mel's chat? Mel's super chat's spazzing a little. It's got 1 like, 2 likes, 1 like, 2 likes, 1 like, 2 likes, 1 like, 2 likes. And the Dolphins now over to the right here. Keep on pushing now. And in they go now. Just pushing around here at RF Dono too. Some massive donos in the chat here. And they keep on pushing here over to the 40. Ball stock. We got a breaking news, legends. Hugo Savala officially ruled out after his head injury assessment was a failure. I repeat, Head injury assessment failure. He is out for tonight, legend. Savala joins Bowley on the head knock toll here, and he's gone. $81 so far. Heavily appreciated, all right? Heavily appreciated. Yes, I'm going to get back to commentating, but genuinely, I could never have dreamed of the community we built. Now over to Keeley. Try baller! Beautiful pass here! Dolphins are going to score again here! Who needs hammer? Who needs hammer? You don't need to be so heavyweight, but no! Because you have the next best thing! You've got Trey Buller, or Try Buller as we love to call him, on the stream, legends. And that was a try worthy of $81, I dare say. Oren Keeley, he's one of the big ones to thank for that. Storm are going to be excited by some of the players they've got coming into their team next year. And it's going to be 16-0 with a kick to come here. The Roosters, they just can't hold them out no matter how hard they try. Pretty good game, though. Oh, Mels, it's an incredible game right now. This game was one where I always knew I wanted to get the stream out for it. Of course, we know why I'm not streaming tomorrow, legends, game day and all that stuff. I think you guys know how that drill works on the channel, right? Like, that's not out of benefit to the channel. That's just how I do things with my support for the Parramatta Eels. But we do hopefully have a good time with it. Hopefully we get that there. Arguably, this could be, and it's part of why I appreciate it so much outside of you guys just being legends, the donors. This could be the last stream we do for over a week because I can't stream when I'm in Melbourne. I just can't. So I'm going to be unavailable for next round. I'm not going to be available for round 16. We might try to get a predictions video out for it, but a stream simply won't be possible with round 16 for the most part. So round 15, getting this stream out there, it's good to see. Hopefully Sunday, hopefully we have a good vlog out for you on the Sunday because, of course, we're not releasing it on Saturday. Worst case scenario, it comes out Monday, but I'll try to get this one out on Sunday just for the sake of being all good with it, for the sake of being the best possible time frame for me to make other stuff. Be right back, legend. All good, Mels. Take your time. It's good to have you here. $18 points to 0 at the moment here. And honestly, I find it hard to believe that it doesn't get worse for them here. The Dolphins running on in now. The Finns go down here. Tickets have been punched, and they've been punched firmly. With some good tries here so far. Katoa, Farnworth, and Fuller, the try scorers here. Every single one of them has been worthy of a highlight reel. And now Ray Stone here. The Storm coach would be loving the look of some of the Dolphins he signed in this team. Now to Marshall King. Looks for the pass here. The Dolphins just jumping up and down with it here. And Dolphins, they'll be one of those clubs where very few of the Dolphins players will be looking to join the Bears, just purely on the basis of they've already been sold that inaugural first team kind of dream with the Dolphins. They don't really need to do it with the Bears, right? Or the PNG Chiefs, they've kind of got it. The only time you'll see them go to the only one of those two you'll really see them going to is PNG, and that's because of less than legal reasons. The Dolphins now push them back here. Great take there by Tupou. Now over to the right here and just slipping and dashing in here. Sako and Keeley have been two highlight players tonight between both sides here. Just under 10 minutes gone by in the second half. 3 to go till we're there. Vaketti now to Defoe White. And Defoe White sprints forward here. I say, what's the problem, Chucky? What's the problem? I don't know. Maybe he took a 40-20. Can't stop and think about it. Almost to the right. Outstanding. Sitting in the end goal. Sarko, have they forced him over? No, they have not. And that's a great kick there from the Roosters here. Force the pressure on Trey Fuller and all that. Chasing the kick onside here. Farnworth runs on in here. Third tackle out of the way for them here. They keep on pushing. That one hurt a little. Asako. And Jermaine Asako held on the line here on the 25-meter now. They keep on pushing. Oh, yeah, Matty Lee signed with the PNG Chiefs. You don't know.
He's an English forward, plays for St. Helens this year, next year. I do know Matty Lee's because of England and stuff, but yeah, no, that's a solid pickup for the PNG Chiefs. I would have rather him go to Bears, but ultimately I get why he's gone to the Chiefs. Good player. Good player they've picked up. Funny thing with PNG is they've actually had a ton of players come to them saying they'd like to go to them, but they've got the opportunity to pick and choose who they want coming to them. That's the thing with them. And the Roosters now on the 30. And yeah, the Roosters back round here, 13. Crichton. Oh, Angus Crichton loses the ball there. Not currently in the blue side, is he? And there's reasons for that there. Crichton with the error. Certainly high on confidence at the moment here. The Dolphins shift over left here and keep on pushing. First English player signed with a PNG club. I think you're going to see a lot of first certain type of players signed with the PNG club by the end of PNG's recruitment time, to be honest with you, rugby fella. Katoa now. Chips brew and Nicarimo's over. Cody Nicarimo. And thanks to his South Sydney roots, he's going to be very proud of that one there. Beautiful kick through there. And Nicarimo from Palmerston North, New Zealand, goes on over here. 5'8" hooker, halfback. He can play it all. He can play every spot pretty much in that area there. Whether it's his starting years at the Broncos, the Warriors, his stints at Rabbitohs, or his time at the Dolphins, he gets it done wherever he goes here. And that is actually, funnily enough, his 50th NRL Try Legends. That's right, number 50 for our boy Cody Nicarimo tonight. 50 NRL tries. He'll be reaching Alex Johnston in no time. And it's 22-0 here. I know that you say Penrith and Warriors are real fighters for the premiership this year. I think the Dolphins, when they've got their A game, are another team you have to look out for. The way that they fight through here, I just concern myself with how finals experience might hit them. But outside of that, it's looking the goods for them this year, the Dolphins. And he was onside. Runs through Cody Ramsey, chased out a marker here. Rugby fellow with the Dolphins emojis. And they don't need Hammerhead when they've got Nicarimo head. 1 try, 17 for this club. 50 officially in his career. And what a 50th try it was for Cody Nicarimo here. Been playing a long time, young. Well, not young anymore, Cody Nicarimo. 2015, he made his NRL debut, Legends. Yeah, 2015. Plenty of opportunities. He's played for the Mighty All-Stars at one point. I remember my first, when I was early moving to Sydney. This was back in 22. He played for the Maori All-Stars, and he was one of 2 players. I don't remember the other one. He was one of 2 players I got a photo with. Very nice bloke, genuinely, Cody Nicarimo. Very nice. Enjoyed and I remember being so amazed because that was before I had my amount of interactions I've had with players and things. So I was still starstruck anytime I saw anybody. So really nice guy. Fun fact, Finns are my second favorite team. It says rugby fella. I think there are a lot of people's second favorite team. My second favorite's the Bears, and we all know that I'm probably going to be somewhat one-eyed when it comes to how they perform next year, but I'm going to do my best to not be too nice to them if they are playing dreadful. What's going to be hardest when they're playing para, but it's also going to be special in a way. And now Oren Keeley over to the right here. I remember when the All-Stars game ends into a 2020 draw on my B-Day also. On your B-Day? Sick rugby fella. On your B-Day. Honestly, I think nothing beats them when a special moment happens on your B-Day. Fun fact, when I've needed a team to win on my B-Day, they've never lost. So it would be funny if it happened on my 21st, but it's never happened before. I think that's a funny thing about it. I think I've got a weird, voodoo kind of luck with it. I don't know how to describe it. My second too. Well, we know it's your second, Mel's, all right? And that's fair enough. The Dolphins are great. I think there's a lot to like about the Dolphins. We've got an error here, though. I think it's Bostock just knocking the ball on. Unfortunate stuff. You can't really blame him for it. Sometimes when you get into that area, you run the risk, and it's just the simple stuff that gets you, right? It's It's not the big stuff. It's the simple stuff. It's the little things. It's the little things in life that mean the most. Well, that's the truth, though, isn't it? The little things. And to start this set of 6-15 away from the Roosters line. They're hungry for more here. The Dolphins. It was actually a knock-off from the Roosters now. The Dolphins sprinting forward. Third tackle now for them here, right in front of the try line. Oh, no. Dolphins over again! Marshall King! Are we watching him back in his doggy stage, legends, with that one? Scores under the post, 28. 28, legends. 28-0. I didn't even update it to 24 before. They've scored too quick. 28-0 to the Dolphins with a kick to come here. Oh, the Roosters, what have they done? They've reversed what happened versus Canberra. Now it's happening to them. Uno reverse card at its finest here. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Who's clucking now? Jeremy Marshall King. That's who's clucking. He's scoring and clucking an amazing try. A cluckingly amazing try. And the Roosters are going, are you clucking me? 28-0. When those opportunities arise, you take them. And it should surely be 30 in just a second here on the channel. He's just got a great all-round game at the moment here, Marshall King. And you see it with that one here. Brilliant play from one of our more exciting cookers. And yes, he is related to Benji, but we don't talk about that as much. And particularly now, with the 6 again rule in this game, if you can play that marker right, it's like invaluable what it does to your team. This could be 50, says Rugby Fella. I don't think it's going to be 50, but I think this is going to be a dangerous-looking scoreline for them. Yes, I do think this is going to look. This could be getting ugly soon. But yeah, 30-0. I think the Roosters will defend out the clock. Will defend out the clock to stop 50. But I think it would be really. It's really possible. Tyler, can the Dolphins win the comp? Yes, they absolutely can, Liam. After the Wars win, Finns will win. You're right. Dolphins win the Warriors win this year. Dolphins win the next year. I like that. Yeah, 100%. 100% legend. That's where we're going with this. And now Gilbert into the line here. 26 minutes still on the clock. I reckon the scoreline 48-4. I think something like that is much more realistic. I feel like they'll just nudge it out of being 50 because I don't think the NRL wants every team to concede 50 because if every team concedes 50, they have to go down this problem of there not being nobody having faith their team can win the comp anymore. And they need people to want to think their team can win the comp even if they can't. It's better for marketing. Let's be honest. Rugby League knows how to market. That's one thing we can give Abdo when he was part of Rugby League before he ditched and what you can give the Landis. They know how to make money. That's the thing. They know how to make money the right. I'm zipping my mouth about, but I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying they know how to make money, all right, in certain ways. Okay, and that's credit to them, I guess. Too many teams conceding 50 isn't good enough. Isn't good. They don't like it. I think they'd rather have a select group concede 50 and then just move on from there. And now Tupou on the 30. Rex again with the ball here in his NRL debut. I'm just enjoying the Storm play. Yeah, just enjoy it, legend. Make the most of it when it comes around. Finns are 4th, says Mel's. Are they 4th? That's awesome. I love to see that. I love seeing the last 4th. Charlie, would you believe Eels will win tomorrow against the Raiders? 100% I can believe that, George. Have you seen how the Raiders are playing right now? Para can definitely beat the Raiders. I'm not saying they will, but they can. They 100% can beat them. And the Dolphins now over by the 20 now, shifting forward here. And the Dolphins get over to the 20 now. Fins up. They keep on pushing here. DC and the rest of the Chooks with a good defense put Eels by 80+ margin. I think that's a bit of too much of a call, George. But Fair enough. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. I think 80 plus is a bit much. Honestly, I'd take a 1-12 win for the Eels versus the Raiders, to be honest. I'll take a 1-12 win. Asako. Nikarima. Farnworth steps around here. Herbie Farnworth passes. And we have another try on the left here. This time it's Connelly Lemuele. He's not a bad center. He's not a bad second rower. It doesn't matter where he plays. And Herbie Farnworth, great movement there with Lemuele. It's 34-0 here. Waiting on the kick to come, legends. Still 23 minutes on the clock. 50 is looking dangerously possible. I'm not happy, says Jason Reeder. Well, of course you're not happy, but ultimately the sides were there before the game, Jason. The sides were there before the game looking at the team. All right. And unfortunately, would you look at that? It's that edge with the inexperienced winger. No offense to him. No offense to him. All right. That isn't even really on him. That isn't even really on him. But that's the truth. They've gone down that edge where they know there's a player that's playing an intense burst game. It's just how rugby league works. Love that celebration, by the way. And he's got and the Dolphins fly on through here. It's all strategy at the end of the day. Lemuele, what a player he is. A player that they never have to worry about being taken to Origin too. I wish I was Herbie, my captain. No, not Herbie, your captain. No. No, not Herbie, your captain. Yeah, people talk about this all the time. The commentary team's just brought it up. He was in the Manchester United system. Yes. He, as a teenager, was a Manchester United prospect, was actually quite hyped. Chose rugby league. Yes, because he is a POM and all that. He chose rugby league. It is what it is. I get it, okay? So he could have been playing for a team I support. Instead, he plays for the Dolphins. All right. To be fair, though, I think that he's a better NRL player than he probably would have been considered as a soccer player. Oh, the commentary team. Bring up what I view as old facts. But yeah, Herbie Farnworth, former United system player. Never played in the Premier League or any of that, though. And over to the 10 here. He was very young when he was part of the United system, though. 7, 8, kind of 9 area. Tamari Martin been really impressive. Oh, yeah, the Tamari Martin Cup. Can't wait for that either. That's going to be hype, isn't it? I think we're all going to be over the moon watching that. Bring on the Sharks next week. Honestly, hopefully for your sake, the Roosters bounce back versus the Sharkies. I'm a little nervous, though, for you. This season's unpredictable. Yeah, every season just gets more and more unpredictable, doesn't it? Isaiah Katoa now with a big kick to the right here. Hits it back here. On it again here. Goes around. Does it land back with the Dolphins? The Roosters. What's the call? What's the call? I don't know anymore, legends. Don't even know what the calls are anymore. The calls are just, they're all a mess here. Oh, I just saw the scoreboard. You're right. That is so heartbreaking. That is so heartbreaking, legends. The bye. 2-0. Oh, that's got to hurt. At least we weren't last on like Penrith last year. That's true. That's true. Nobody can be as bad as Penrith started last year. Still made the prelim. Butcher. Dolphins. They've improved every year since they've entered the comp. They keep on pushing here. Now round to the left here. The Roosters up with it. 35 seconds out here. Cody Ramsey now. Over to DCE on the right here. Big kick in the air coming up for them here. Everything's coming up to the Dolphins. Bounces around. It's a debut try for the Chookie. What a moment for him, even with the result that's likely to be incoming here. Rex Bassingthwaighte. Rex Bassingthwaighte. He's gone off a little bit too early there, legends. Holy. No, he misses that. That's got to be a try for Bassingthwaighte. He misses that. Billy Smith misses that. He misses. There's no touch from Billy Smith. Genuine contest. We're playing on. It lands in the hands of our future NRL superstar fullback, Rex Bassingthwaighte. And he grounds the ball. It's a try. The Roosters have gotten him his first 4 points in the NRL in his first set of 80. You dream about it as a kid, but you could never replicate the real thing, could ya? Rex Bassingthwaighte, he's come a long way from park footy, legends here. And the praise James Tedesco was showing him, well, might be more than just hype. No matter the results, they've seen a promising star born tonight, potentially. From the touchline, and the Roosters miss it. Tried to put it back, doesn't though. And it's a missed kick here for Chookies. It's all a bit much for them at the moment. And you know what that was? That was a good that was a good old smash and dash, that play there. The ball bouncing off high in the air there. Beautiful take. Round it goes. And down they go. The Sydney Roosters, legends, have got their first points on the board, and it's 36-4 now. And hey, that scoreline that you said of 48-4 is very possible, rugby fella. Very possible at the moment, actually. Back around to the middle here. And not many players scored debut, legends. You got to remember this. I mean, Cameron Smith didn't. I don't think that... look, not all of us can be Apatwidal. Not all of us can be Rex here. I don't believe a lot of legends have scored in their first games, right? Like, especially forwards. I think forwards it's harder to score, you know? DCE. The Kariba Crichton. Angus Crichton takes off with speed to the left here. Angus Crichton back round here. Kicks low for the ball here. The try. Oh, he went over in the corner. Not one of the great passes from Angus Crichton there. Almost teased us with a prime opportunity. Oh my God, and you can see the effort there. Great tackle there from the Dolphins. The risks unreal here. And we carry on here. Dolphins push back now. In they go. Make sure to hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream and subscribe if you're new here. The Dolphins. Over by the right here. To the 20 they go here. Just fending them off now. They keep on pushing. Vaketti watching them here. Round the left edge here. Dolphins to mark their territory down the left edge here. They kick it round now. Try puller. No! It's going to be a try. But number 14, Bradley Schneider. Take a bow, sunshine here. You'll remember his name. Had a stint in Super League. Played for the Canberra Raiders. Played for the Panthers too. That's right. He was one of those backups you saw play behind Cleary. He had the salmon type of role at one point. What a player he is. Born in 2001 in Adelaide, of all places, legends. That's right, Adelaide. Not exactly the NRL location of locations, folks. And in his 64th game, that's a stack of diamonds in Minecraft. He mines himself through after a brilliant kick from his supporting edge winger there. Who was that? That was Tavita Nafua, legends. He can score in Canberra. He can score in Hull. He can score in Penrith. And you better believe he can score for the Finns. His second ever try for them in his first season for them. Mikey Mark scored on the bill also. Don't blame him smiling. I would be the same if my team gets smashed. Exactly. Sharks are a funny team. 1 week they are so clinical. The next they are messy. We have 7 first graders out in total, including Kate Barty, Artis Healy. So don't expect much. I won't expect much, but also the Sharks are a funny team. I wouldn't actually rule you out of having a good shout in it. Like at all, actually. And Asako trying to keep his perfect record tonight that he's had. And it's 42 points. He converts 42-4. And this has just been ugly, legends. Of course, double-headed tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoy it. I won't be live for it because I'll be at the Eels game vlogging. But we have 2 great games for you. One that Mel in particular, one of our favourite ever viewers on the channel, will be watching. The Warriors and the Cronulla Sharks at Go Media Stadium in Auckland here. Sharkies are for some reason listed as underdogs, but for me personally, I think it should be the other way around. I think I think it's because it's in New Zealand. I think the Warriors have a good chance in that. I think the Warriors should get the job done there, but also the Cronulla Sharkies should probably win. I have a feeling for you. I have a feeling. I guess I always have a feeling for the Wars though. And then we have Eels Raiders, which of course the one I'm vlogging. So up the Wars, baby, says Mels. I tipped us because of our next man up system. Exactly, Mels. Exactly. It's a great system the Wars have. It's very similar to the Penrith system, only more likable. And then, of course, on Sunday, you have Tigers Titans, which is unlikely to be streamed, legends, but you never know. Trey Fuller, he's loving it. And here they are again, the Dolphins. They keep on pushing. They're on the 10-meter line now. What a set it's been here. One more converted try would be 48 points, which would be the prediction that he's come up with here. Cody Ramsey, brilliant kick through here. Oh, Ramsey! Counters 40, 30, 20. Halfway. He could run the entire field on the counter. He's going to do it. Cody Ramsey! And that is a beauty! That's got to be Roosters' try of the season right there! The ref says no try. Don't ruin the party, legend. Don't ruin the party. No! He got him into touch. How could you do this to us? That was supposed to be one of the great tries! You monster! You monster! This is why I got a problem with you people. Stopping something like that from happening. Why don't you just take the food out of our mouths? You cruel beings! Cody Ramsey! What an effort! The foe had to put in a big hit there. That is the greatest no try ever. And that's just great. All right, Dolphins carrying on here at 42-4. Wires 13 plus, says Rugby Fella. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Wires 13 plus. Now to the right here. The Finns are truly up right now. Dolphins to the left here. Keep on pushing at the moment now. Dolphins just rocking up with it here. Beautiful smash through the line for Molo here. Honestly, it's just looking so nice right now, Lesh. It's looking so nice at the moment to watch. Oh, counter. Roosters' beautiful intercept. God, that Ramsey try. Oh, that one hurts that didn't end up happening. If Dolphins score again and get the conversion, that means I got my score prediction right. Exactly, rugby fella. If they get the try and convert it, right? But they've got 13 minutes to do so. Definitely time for it. I was just predicting that scoreline. Yep, and that scoreline might just happen. Defoe, right here on the 30. Butcher to DC with Ramsey. Ramsey back round here. They keep on passing here, legends. Pushing through. Or Nemu. And the referee is going to blow the whistle. Referee's going to blow the whistle here, legends, for a... We're going to watch. It looks like Butcher's picked up a... Oh, the third man in. Goes over the top. Exposes the ribs. Oh, that one's got to hurt. Genius. Oh, he is a genius for predicting that one. He is. Absolutely, he's a genius. And it looks like our boy Butcher, Billy Smith. It looks like Billy Smith might be down for the count as well. They're going to tap and go here. Rodwell getting it away. If that happens, then it's full time over genius, of course. Now Rodwell to Cherry Evans. Now to the left here. I think the Roosters are about to ruin it potentially here. A good push and dash here. Held right behind the try line now. Cherry Evans getting the pass off. Butcher again here. Lost ball now. Dolphins. Try Fuller. And Fuller. In he goes, Try Fuller. And Try Fuller up with it. Is that another error here? I think it's another error from the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins have gotten that win and they don't really mind now from here, do they? 11 minutes 50 on the clock now, legends. We keep on pushing with us here. Only thing we're really waiting on is, will the prediction from Rugby Fella be correct? Can the Rugby Fella prediction be correct here? Come on, Fins. Listen to your boy. Listen to your boy, Fitty Fins. Listen to your boy. Well, 3C, they're going to have to defend this set from the Roosters. Maybe we'd get an intercept or something. I don't know, honestly. Goes to Rodwell on the right here. With the push. And it's a penalty here for the Roosters. They'll repack the scrum. Just another penalty. They broke early. Yeah, they broke away early, legends. They broke away early, the Dolphins. Yeah, I have a strange feeling the Roosters might ruin it right here for you, rugby fella. Rodwell passes back. Played in the SG Ball Cup final last year. Lemuelu. 6 again on the Dolphins line here. The Roosters. Spencer Lanu takes that tackle here. Plays it 5 meters away. And Cherry Evans. Evans with the hit back here to Ramsey. Seo Wong here. Wong. If it's not Wong running through, it's wrong. Wong wrong. And he's held. On second tackle now. 10 minutes. On the clock here officially as Butcher tries to butcher the competition. And down it goes here into the line. Looking to play it here. DCE, Lamelu, Duffel, White. He was denied one versus the Raiders. Barely stopped out. Lamuelu, Rodwell. Bit of inexperience there to Crichton here. Angus Crichton. Crichton, he's alive. Within a meter of the line here. Rodwell to Defoe, White. Standing start here. Defoe, White plays it. Oh, Rodwell! Rodwell! What a moment for Rodwell! Well done, young man. Just a year ago, you're in the SG Ball Cup, and now you're here doing this. Toby Rodwell getting it out on the line and smashing it here from the gong. 2006, 20 years old. Junior club, Collegians, Junior Rugby League FC. He's done an incredible job just to hold the ball there. And he's got his first try for the Sydney Roosters in NRL. Another one, legends. And isn't it funny? Their 2 tries have been the first ones for the teams. And that ruins the prediction of Rugby Fella, but also welcomes an incredible showing of the trajectory your career can go so quickly in rugby league with the way the game is. Good on Rodwell, says Rugby Fella. Well, I remember Rodwell playing because I remember him being the only player. When I did my SG Ball Cup final stream last year, he was the only player that that funnily enough actually had a picture that I could use for the thumbnail. So, like, I remember his name. And there we go. Now I'm predicting 42-10 now. Oh, now you're predicting 42-10, are you? All right, legend. All right. Let's see. I mean, it's not as impressive now that you've changed the prediction a little, but hey, 42-10, it would still be, it'd still be 48-10, it'd still be an impressive score, right? Just joking. 42-10, the scoreline now. It's going to be 8 minutes to go, legends. All right. Of our final stream for a little bit. Let's just relax and have fun with it, eh? The Dolphins pushing forward with Kafusi. The Roosters over to that 30-meter line here. We're going to get that little breakaway now on the right side here. Played for Savala. They go, not Savala. Savala's off. Smith over to the left. Crichton. Angus Crichton. He got his big classic breakaway before. Just couldn't make the most of it here. Leo now, over to Ramsey. Kayo Ramsey now. Ramsey takes it on the 40. And now a big kick in the air onto the right here, just playing with it. And on the 10-meter line now. Held out there. Sorry, this game is just funny to watch sometimes. Oh, it's a penalty for the Dolphins. Of course it's a penalty for the Dolphins. It had to be a penalty for the Dolphins there, I think, surely. There you go. Fortunately, did not get it right. I'm going 28-16 for the Wires W. Fair enough. Honestly, Mouse, not a bad tip. I'll say that it's 20. I'll say that it's 28-14 for the. I'm going to say 28-14 for the Wires, just to be different. And the Dolphins on that halfway line, pushing forward now, and in they go on their way. Now over to Kafusi. Pushing him back here. On the halfway now. Honestly, my nerves for tomorrow just keep on stretching. Oh, come on, Para. Let's beat the Raiders tomorrow, please. All right, let's not let it be like this game for Chooks. Roosters. Nikarima. Over to Farnworth. It's going to be another try for the Dolphins. Surely it is. Tavita Nafau. And the Dolphins have another on the board here. It's 46 with a kick to come here. Just 2 points off the 50. 2 points off the 50, legends. I repeat, 2 points off the 50. The Sydney Roosters are in danger here. 5 minutes to go. They have to hold on. They do not want to be one of those teams. They've got 5 minutes to hold on. That's what it takes to win competitions in the NRL, that kind of stuff. And you got to think of his last 10 minutes. He was just in the corner there every time. His defense versus the Roosters to stop that Cody Ramsey try, while cruel for rugby league, was a great effort. Let's see if Asako misses it and if Roosters don't score. Let's see if you had my prediction right. I mean, in terms of margin, maybe. Oh, stop showing the way that he stopped Ramsey's try. It actually breaks my heart that he stopped Ramsey's try. A little bit of a trip, just runs on through. The Roosters tried to stop him, but they were never going to be able to. It felt like the moment he got the ball that he was going to score that one, and it proved to be correct here. And it shows the real depth of the Dolphins, that a player like that can be backing up behind Cobbo. And Asako now. From out wide, he's got it. 48. 48 here. And the nerves are probably there for Chookies to hold on here and stop it from being 50. They don't want 50. They don't want 50. We want 50. We want 50. Bada, 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 bada. We want 50. We want 50. And now the Dolphins here. Running on through here, smashing onwards. It would have been rugby, fella. You got so close, just wasn't meant to be. Wow, Super Rugby, Super Chiefs Crusaders by Hurricanes play here in Welly tomorrow for a grand final spot. Awesome, Bells. Awesome. Are you gonna be going, or you know anyone that's going? You gonna ask them how it is? Honestly, that's really cool. It's great when big events are happening around your area, eh? Sure beats the long travel that you have to do when you're a me a lot of the time. Thanks, Nicarima. Oh, it bounces around here with the Dolphins. For a watch. Steps up. Absolutely titanium run here. Nicarima now. Schneider. With the kick downfield here to the left here. And on the 10-meter line now, Cody Ramsey is going to step on in. And a good step in there with Tavita Nafahu getting him. Round the left now. 3 minutes on the clock here, legends. 3 minutes on the clock. 2 points away from 50 here. Oh, the Roosters will be switched on. This is probably the most switched on you're going to see them throughout the entire game to stop the 50 here. Same time as the last game, so won't go this time, but will if they get the grand final here. Oh, yeah, fair enough, Mel's. The Wars take priority, right? But hopefully, fingers crossed, they get the grand final so you can go to that. DCE now, last play here. Not too many plays left in this game for Cherry. Trapula struggles to get that one, but he does. Oh! He says, get out of my way to Billy Smith, and folds him on the ground on the 20. And Jermaine Asako now, stepping around here. We'll cross our fingers together, Mels. We'll cross our fingers together. The Roosters are back here in 2 weeks against the Broncos. Good luck to them. If this is a sign of how they go at Sidecop, it's not looking great for them. Knowles, they run on through the middle here. Held out. Now to the left here. Finns, 2 tackles left in the set here. Nicarima, Herbie Farnworth. He's no stranger to break through the line. He might just do it again here. He couldn't quite. I mean, I don't think they've got anything to lose in running it, but they're not gonna. It's a great kick there to put the Roosters back here. 1.5 minutes to go. I do think Roosters are going to hold them out. Nicarima helping him out here. Seems like we might have a problem for Ramsey. They pause the clock for it. Help him out here. You got to go easy, especially with Cody Ramsey with his injury history. Now back through the middle here. Billy Smith fending them off here. Long pass backwards here. long run around here. He's come a long way since his days in England, Herbie. Nafau White now. On to the third tackle. It's funny how they're counting down to Origin too, but it's like they're counting down to my B-Day, actually, when I see the little Channel 9 thing. Back round to DC. Back round here. They keep on pushing. Love Herbie, says Bells. Love it. Love it. And now DC here with a clearance in the air over to the right. And now the Dolphins sprinting around Trifula here. Trifula, they've got one chance, 20 seconds to go to hit the 30 bomb. They got to hit the 50 bomb here. Love Herbie. Oh, Herbie Fineworth's just the king, isn't he? He's so good to watch. Love seeing him play. Count it with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. The Roosters have held on. It's not going to be 50. It's going to be 48-10. Congratulations to the Finns. They truly were up for tonight here. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, legends. Just hit 5.7K. Appreciate every single one of you for that. Shout out to our donations tonight. Shout out to Mel's and Rugby Fella for the donos. $50 from Mel's, 31 from Rugby Fella. Appreciate all the B-Day messages. I'll see you guys probably not for the next couple streams, but you'll see me. You'll probably next time you'll see me will probably be my vlog. Feel free to drop a comment on that when that comes out. Till then, if you want to see a bit more TJC, the Dogs vlog is out. Of course, no streams next week. Appreciate every single one of you. Fins up, have a great B-Day. Thank you very much, Rels. Thank you. Last stream being 20, crazy. Appreciate you all. All right, have a great night, everybody. Dolphins just too good for the Roosters. And you know what? Origin is not an excuse.